Good morning. Welcome everybody to the first meeting of the 100 Strong. As you all know, this group was just formed, and the reason why this group was formed is all of you have either tried to start a business or you're business owners yourselves. And what we are doing is we are putting together something that will allow us to create what's called conglomerate banking. And for those of you who are not familiar with the concept of conglomerate banking is when a group of businesses or entrepreneurs all band together and they create one corporation. And then they form a bank account with one huge financial or banking institution. In this case, JPMorgan Chase is the group that we're going to be forming our conglomerate with. The goal of the 100 Strong. The goal of the 100 Strong is to get 1,000 members. And we're doing that through our Facebook page, the group called the 100 Strong. Once we get the 1,000 members into our group, then we will each put on we'll have our fundraisers. The fundraisers are going to last for 2 months, 60 days. During that time, you have enough time to plan your fundraiser, promote your fundraiser, and then put on your fundraiser. At the fundraiser, each member is going to pledge $1,000 from their fundraiser. Now, any funds over the amount that you all raise in the fundraiser, you're gonna keep that money, and that's gonna go into your own personal business accounts. After the fundraiser, and everyone from the fundraiser pledges their $1,000 to 100 Strong, that would be $1 million that we will be able to open up an account at JPMorgan Chase. Now, as you all can see here, on the links that we have, we're going to share our screen so that you all can see everything that I'm seeing. Now, as you all can see here on the links that we have, let's going to take a look at this one. And this is from JPMorgan Chase. I'm going to play this real quick for you, but this is from JPMorgan Chase. But to finish up, once we get that $1 million into JPMorgan Chase, then that is a central account for the 100 Strong corporation. Every member of the 100 Strong will be a member of JPMorgan Chase, because each one of you are then going to open up your own personal business account with JPMorgan Chase with the 100 Strong on that account as well, because 100 Strong will be a 10% business partner with you with JPMorgan Chase. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because we want to create the power of collective bargaining. And when we have that much money that is going in, and we're not touching this money is going in, but we're never drawing anything out. So each year we're going to be depositing roughly $2 million a year into JPMorgan Chase, but we're never going to touch that money, because they're going to use that money to invest in different investment capitals, things that they use to grant us business loans, lines of credit, and things of that nature. After speaking with JPMorgan representative on last week, he indicated to me that for every $1 million that we have in that account, they can offer us up to $500,000 in revolving line of credit. So if we're on the first year, we have $2 million in that account, we're looking at $1 million in revolving lines of credit. Now, that's what the central account has. And remember, during the fundraiser phase, if your fundraiser raises $20,000, you're only you're only pledging 1,000 of it to the 100 Strong. The rest is going to go into your own JPMorgan Chase account. So what we're creating is we're creating 1,000 different accounts with JPMorgan, with the 100 Strong on all 1,000 accounts. Each business owner within the JPMorgan organization through the 100 Strong is a member of the 100 Strong. So that means anything that we need as far as working capital, revolving lines of credit, home loans, car loans, business loans, whatever you need, JPMorgan Chase is not going to say no to us. Why? Because we're a cohesive unit, and we are very, 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 very valuable, because we're allowing them to access our funds unrestricted and allowing them to invest that capital, which increases their bottom line and also which increases the value of their shares. And so for that, they're going to make sure that we're as comfortable as we can be as business owners with the organization. Now, we're going to go over some stuff here, show you some stuff here from JPMorgan Chase, and let's just play here for a second. This is only about a 2-minute long presentation from JPMorgan Chase that they sent me a link to. I'm pretty sure, I think you all can see it as well. All right. Now, hopefully everyone was able to hear that and see that and make sure here. I can't hear anything on the video. Okay, Courtney said he couldn't hear anything on the video. Well, Courtney, I think you're on the phone. Is that correct? You can type it in, or Courtney, you can unmute yourself real quick. But we're going to go ahead and unmute everyone so that we can engage in a conversation here. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me close my settings so I can hear you all. All right. There we go. Okay. Now, let me get out the lecture stage question. All right, there we go. All right, everyone should be able to answer questions now. I'm going to unmute everyone. Give me a second. All right, there we go. All right, everyone now is unmuted. And can you all still hear me? And can everyone hear me okay?
Barely.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Because I had to plug in my headset so I could actually hear you all. But I can't hear you all when my headset is not plugged in. But here again, this is being recorded, and it will be available for playback, and you'll be able to hear everything perfect. Now, I think Courtney, was it Courtney that said that he couldn't hear anything?
Yeah. I didn't hear anything neither. This is Philip.
Okay. I don't know what happened there, but it was recorded, so it should be able to play back well on the playback. But anyway, you all have the link there as well, so you can go to the JPMorgan Chase link and take a look at that and see how they are able to fund and how they're funding platforms like ours, like what we're planning on setting up here. And the idea is to be able to access money when you need it on demand without having to go through all of the headaches of filling out these applications and waiting for an approval and all that type of stuff. Because when you have large sums of money that are in these financial organizations and they're accessing that money to invest, and we're setting up something that's unique. We're not just putting money into a organization. We're putting it in with the express purpose, and the only purpose is for them to use it to invest. We're basically, I'm telling them, everything we put in, we're never going to draw it out. It's going to always stay there in circulation, and it's going to grow every year. Because if we've got 1,000 members, and we put on these fundraisers twice per year, each member is pledging $1,000. That's $2 million a year that we're putting in every single year. And for every $1 million that we have that's going into the account, it increases our amount of working capital, revolving lines of credit, our lines of credit, all that increases as we put it in. Because remember that those lines of credit are secured by the funds or the money that we have in their account that is in circulation with JPMorgan Chase. So, and if we've got, $2 million in JPMorgan Chase, we could easily qualify for $1 million revolving line of credit because it's secured by what? $2 million. And as that increases, that revolving line of credit increases. Now, each of you are doing the exact same thing as the central account is doing also too, because remember, at your fundraisers, if you're raising anything over $1,000, everything over $1,000 from your fundraisers is going to go into your individual business account with JPMorgan Chase, which is set up the exact same way that the corporate account is. Money you put in, it stays there. They issue you lines of credit so that you can operate your business and access funds when you need it without having to worry about how to qualify for it. Also, let's say if you ever decide you ever need a home loan, car loan, business loan, whatever the case may be. When you need that, here's the thing. Do you go and ask JPMorgan Chase for that loan? No. The 100 Strong does. Why? Because the 100 Strong is a partner with you in business. We're a 10% partner, and we're also on your business account, which means the 100 Strong has what? 1,000 plus business accounts with JPMorgan Chase. That is called the power of conglomerate banking. That's the power of leveraging. Okay? Most of you know it as collective bargaining, but the actual term is conglomerate banking and leveraging. Okay. Now, and rest assured, they're not going to say no to the 100 Strong when we ask for that money. Why? Because here again, we're on 1,000 plus accounts. We have in their accounts in circulation more than 2 million plus in circulation as the years go along. That's going to increase to 4, then 8, then 16 million, and so on and so on. And as our membership grows, so does the funds that we raise from the fundraisers. Thus, we're actually increasing our capital circulation within JPMorgan Chase. Now, any questions, concerns, input? This is the time.
It sounds good. It sounds excellent, man. It sounds like a very, very good, very, very good business model that you built. I'm looking forward to doing that, And
okay.
Much
and that's coming from Mr. Corin James. Now, those of you who don't know those of you don't know who Corin James is, now as everyone comes on, because some of you don't know each other, as you come on, kind of explain, give us a brief rundown of who you are and what you've got going on as far as your business. Now, I know Mr. James, because Mr. James and I have connected on some real estate things that we're trying to put together, and I know he's doing some big things. I think you're up there in New York.
Yeah, I'm in New York. I'm in Queens, New York.
Mr. James is up there in New York, and he's rubbing shoulders with some very big hedge funds and people with capital up there that are doing some great things in real estate. So, but anyway, I'll let you tell who you are yourself, Mr. James.
Definitely, man. You're the master. Yeah, my name is Corin James. I'm a real estate salesperson, real estate agent, and I'm also in the process of getting my real estate brokers license as well. Like I said, I know Mr. Calvin do. I know we met like how many years ago, something like that. A year, like that. No, but anyway, I'm 29 years old, and just looking forward to doing business with the rest of y'all.
Okay. Hopefully everyone heard that. If not, like I said, it is being recorded. But are there any more questions? Does anyone else have any concerns or about how the platform is set up and what the platform is before I move on to part 2 of our little seminar here in our webinar? Okay. Now, with that being said, go ahead.
Well, just one. So basically, the $1,000 that we put in each year, and y'all and the 100 being connected to our personal business accounts is just basically for banking leverage.
Exactly. It's for banking leverage.
Okay.
Because what we need to do is, I mean, we all know how to make money. Okay.
Right.
Everyone knows how to make money. You go out, you either go out and get a job, or either you start a business and you make money. But the problem is, not many people know how to create a continuous and infinite access to money when you need it. That's the real key. That's the real power and the real key to wealth building. That's the real key to generational wealth. Because as you know, the entire world predominantly works on a credit system. It works on a credit system. Okay, that's what the world works on. Now, what's the best way to give yourself access to credit? It's by giving a large financial institution that has these credit products, right? By giving them money to use to invest, and that's what banks do. When you open up your banking account, and you're already doing this, just that you're not reaping the benefits from it. When you open a regular bank account, you put your money in, they use your money. Why do you think they only insure you up to $250,000 for your accounts? Because what they want you to do is, if you put anything more than that, they want you to spread that out into different things, into a bank account, into an annuity fund, into real estate, into all the little things that they invest in. Okay, this is the reason why they do this. But the problem is right now is when you do this individually, you all are not putting in enough money to really reap the full benefits. And by everyone combining and creating a conglomerate, we can easily put in enough money that gives us full access and unrestricted access to the product that a large investment banking has on JPMorgan Chase. Okay. Does anyone understand how, or have a clear picture of how this is going to benefit us?
I have a very clear picture, to tell you the truth, and I understand that area that you're explaining. I have no problem with that. It's basically have the power to leverage, the power to actually get a loan, the power to to get loans to purchase real estate, to do this and do that, to do this. So I understand you 100%. This is mantra that you perform. You're telling me it's excellent for you.
Exactly. But that's exactly what we're doing, and that's all we're doing. We're using the power of leverage, and by us combining, each one of us only has to do.
Speak up.
What we're doing is can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
All right. What we're doing is we're using the power of leverage, and by using the power of leveraging, each one of us, by creating a larger conglomerate, all in the same corporation. Each one of us only has to do a little bit, because let's face it, it's a lot harder for us individually to raise $1 million. Okay. Now, if you could afford to raise $1 million, if you could afford to put $2 million into JPMorgan Chase on your own every year, yeah, this would work great just for you individually. But how many of us can do that? At present, I can't. Can any of you do that right now? Now, if you can't do that, if you can't put $500,000 in every single year, then what you do individually does not make any real impact. But what we do as a cohesive unit makes a tremendous impact, and it gets us access to a tremendous amount of benefits. Because that's what we're in this for. We're in this for to be able to access money when you want it, when you need it, without having to go through all of the crazy hoops you have to jump through now because you don't have enough leverage. And that's what we're creating. We're creating that leverage. Because for us to go out individually and raise $1 million, I mean, let's face it, we're never going to do it. Okay? We're never going to do it. But as a group, 1,000 of us, all you got to raise is what? $1,000. And let's face it, raising $1,000, in a fundraiser is not hard at all. I mean, hell, you can go out and wash cars and raise $1,000. If you've got 2 months to participate in a fundraiser, I mean, each weekend, just hold a car wash, and you could probably raise $1,000 in the first weekend. Everything else after that is going to go into your personal business account with JPMorgan Chase. So remember, the fundraiser, the reason the organization of the fundraiser is doing a lot more than just raising $1,000 for the 100 Strong. It's also helping you to raise capital for yourself and your business to go into your JPMorgan Chase account, which creates for you to be able to go to JPMorgan Chase. Okay, I've got $20,000 in JPMorgan Chase that's being circulated, and I'm depositing $20,000 in JPMorgan Chase every year because your fundraiser that you're putting on twice a year. Let's say you may be raising $10,000 on each fundraiser. If you're averaging $10,000 that you raise on these fundraisers, what? Only $1,000 of it is going into the central account, and the other $9,000 is going into your individual business account. So you're depositing roughly what? $18,000 every year into your business account. Thus, JPMorgan Chase is granting you what? Lines of credit secured by that money that you're putting in, and if you're never touching it, every year it's growing and growing and growing. And if you need anything more than $10,000 line of credit or your $25,000 line of credit, let's say if at some point in time you need a $100,000 improvement loan or a $200,000 home loan to build your house or or whatever the case may be, you don't go ask for that money. The 100 Strong does. Because the 100 Strong is a business partner with you, and they're on your business account. And you know JPMorgan Chase is not going to say no to who? The 100 Strong.
Right.
Okay. They're not going to say no to someone who's pumping $2 to $4 million into their investment funds every single year. That's not someone you say no to. No matter what they're asking for, you don't say no to them. And that's what we create. And you all know that there are people who are out there who do this right now, but they have that kind of money, so they can demand that type of leverage. Okay? Now let's talk about what we've got to do to actually get this going, because phase one is what? Phase one of what we need to do is we need to get 1,000 members. Because we're not going to start a fundraiser until we have 1,000 active members in the 100 Strong. So that's why we developed the Facebook page, and this is the Facebook page here. The Facebook page is the 100 Strong, and this is it. I think you all can still see it. Let me get rid of some of these messages down here. Everyone's chiming in, wants to know what time the conference starts, whether they're kind of late. The conference already started. But wow. This is the 100 Strong's, this is our Facebook page, okay? Right now, at present, as y'all can see here, we have 44 active members in the 100 Strong, okay? We have 44 members in the 100 Strong at present. Our goal is to get 1,000 now. And the reason why we use Facebook, because Facebook is a very useful platform in building membership. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are members of groups on Facebook, and you're members of groups that have thousands of members in them. We have a group called the Social Media Low Board, and in less than 2 months, we've gotten what, over 1,500, almost 1,500 members. So it shouldn't take us that long working as a group. Every member sharing the things that we put on the 100 Strong. You all don't have to worry about creating content. I'll take care of creating the content. All you've got to do is share it. So when you see stuff on the 100 Strong, grab as much stuff off of the 100 Strong, go to the photo album. All the photo albums have the link in it, and they all have the same message: join the 100 Strong. what is the 100 Strong. It tells everyone what we're about. So all you do is you go and you share that stuff. Just share it. Share it in the group. Share it on your page. Share it on other pages. Share it. Because the goal is you want people to be attracted to what we have going on, and you want them to join us. Now, everyone, please do not go in and just add people to the 100 Strong, because we're not looking for fake numbers. And if you're just adding people in, those are people who have not come to us on their own. We want active members. We do not want just group members. We want active members. We want members who are going to participate. We want members who are going to go and sign up for the Account Now debit card. Now, why do we put that in there? Because if you can't take the steps to sign up for a free debit card that's going to pay you $15 to $25, then how can we expect you to participate in the fundraisers? How can we expect you to take the steps to open up your JPMorgan account? Okay, and go through the legal process of forming your business and listing the 100 Strong as a business partner, 10% business partner in that business, and an account holder on your account or on that joint account with JPMorgan Chase. Now, if you can't take the little simple step of this right here, we're just going to go to it real quick. If you can't take the simple step of clicking and signing up for a debit card that's going to pay you, then there's no need for us to even think that you're going to take the steps to do what you need to do to actually propel this, make this happen. Okay? And I have an Account Now debit card, and I've been a member since, oh my God, for about 10 years now. I don't know if y'all can see this, but yeah, there it is. There's my debit card right there. I've been a member for almost 10 years. So, and they're a great bank. I mean, they're online. It's an online debit card. My veterans disability check goes into that account every month. Okay, so and that's how much I trust them. And it's a great product. And what they do is this: they're going to give you $15. Okay, basically, you get a $15 bonus when you set up your direct deposit. You get a $10 immediately when you open up your account and you activate your account. You go and you sign up with an account here, and this is all it is. This is it. You fill in this one little section here, and you click send my card, and that's it. And then when you get your card, when you add $10 to it, they add $10 to it. So they're giving you $10 just to activate your card. And then if you get direct deposit, they'll give you another $15. So how easy is that? Now, in return for doing that, they're going to send over to us another $10 to $20 that we're going to take, and we're going to deposit that. We're going to use that money to deposit that to go towards our 100 Strong account. That's part of the fundraiser. That's all it is. That's all it is. This is just the steps we take just to decipher or weed out those people who just want a free ride, just want to join the group and then benefit off of what everyone else is doing to create this leverage for them, versus those people who want to actually participate and create this leverage for ourselves. Okay? Because if you can't do this, then you're not a full active member, and that's all this is for. It's just for us to see who's going to take the steps and to become full active members. Now, again, please do not just add people onto the 100 Strong, because if you do that, half of them are not going to participate, and that's not what we want. We want people who come to us freely, who, when they see our information, they look at it, it rings clear to them, it rings close to them, and they feel a need to join, they feel a need to make this happen. Because if we have a lot of false memberships in, this is never going to work. Okay, that's why we need to have people come to us on their own terms. All right. Now, that's phase 1, getting the 1,000 members. Once we get the 1,000 members, phase 2 is organize what? The fundraisers. Okay, we organize the fundraisers. Fundraisers 2 months long, 60 days. That's enough time to plan, execute, and put on your fundraiser. and each member is pledging $1,000 from their fundraiser. Each business is pledging $1,000 from their fundraiser. Everything over that pledge is yours to open up your individual JPMorgan Chase account. Phase 3, we form our conglomerate. Okay. I've contacted a legal team that's willing to work with us to form our conglomerate. We form our conglomerate, and we already create memberships to that conglomerate. We open up the account at JPMorgan Chase, the central account, as a conglomerate, because we're going to take that money that we've raised doing the fundraisers. We're going to take that $1 million. We're going to plop it right there in JPMorgan Chase. So here you go. Use this money to make more money. Now here's another benefit of having that money in JPMorgan Chase like that. We can still draw off the interest, which means the 100 strong is not, that money is not just sitting there for them to use, because they are investing it. All right, and then we can actually take the interest from those investments that it creates, right, and use that as revenue. This is why no member of the administrative staff is ever going to touch the money that goes into the 100 strong, because we don't have to. If some of you are wondering, okay, well, how do you all, the members of the administrative staff of the 100 strong, how do you get paid? Because you're putting in a lot of work, a lot of time, this and that. That's because the interest off of that is what takes care of that. So you never have to worry about us actually going in, grabbing money out, because we're never going to take money out of that account. That's why we can always put money in and never take money out. And the core money just builds, and builds. More lines of credit, higher lines of credit, higher working capital, higher business loans whenever we need those business loans. Anyone in our group or anyone who's a member of 100 Strong needs any business loans, home loans, car loans, whatever the case may be. Anytime you need to access money, you won't have to worry about where it's going to come from. Okay? Now, and on your level, you can do the exact same thing. Because as you're putting the extra money into your account, if you just leave it there, the interest that it earns can be used as income for whatever you want to use it for. So as your account builds and they're using that money to invest, so does your interest from it. So you're creating what's called what? Long-term and passive income. Because everyone knows that passive income is the way you want to go. That's money you just sit back and let your money make you money. And that's what we're creating. All right? Any questions, any concerns at this point before we move on?
Everything sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. So, to wrap this up, here's what we need to do. Okay. Right now we have, how many of you on this call? We have, okay, at our highest point we had about 12, 13 of you all on this call. I need each and every one of you to share what we have on our 100 Strong page. Whatever we have on there, grab it and share it. If you belong to groups, share it in your groups. If you belong to other pages, share it on those pages. Share it on your timeline. Because we all agree that this is working. We all agree that this is going to benefit everyone involved. And we all agree that we all need this. Okay? There are corporations, there are groups that are doing this type of thing now, and they are benefiting greatly from it. And if you want your business, or if you're the type of person who is wanting to start a business, or if you're an entrepreneur and you know how hard it is to access capital, and you know how important it is to have access to capital when you want it, there's no way you can say that this is not something that you need to do, that you don't need to do, because we all know that it's needed. We all know that this can work, because this is the way the corporate structure and the financial structure of not just this country but the world in general operates. And we're just showing you how to make it work for you, make it work for us. Okay? So, if no one else has any questions or any other input, we're going to end this. And we have another one. We have this type of webinar every on the 30th of every month. Okay, so on the 30th of every month, we'll be repeating this webinar. Now, the next time we have this webinar, we will have completed our website. We have started on it. I'm going to give you all a brief view of it here. It's called the 100 Strong. Here we go. We've started it, but we haven't finished it yet. This is what the website is going to look like. There will be a sign-in and register link on the site where all members will have to sign in, and only people who can access this site with access the members portion of the site will be members of the 100 Strong. And once we get this site completely done and everything, this is where we'll have all of our events. You can post your events. You can post your fundraising events and your plans. All that can be posted here, and of course we'll share it on Facebook. We'll share it on LinkedIn. We'll share it in other venues too. So right now, what we need everyone to go on, we need everyone to share. Share it on Facebook. Share it on LinkedIn. Share it on Twitter. Share it on whatever media platforms you'll have access to, and just share. Okay. All right. Hopefully everyone found this informative and everyone is in agreement and you like what we're launching and where we're headed with it. And let's just make it happen.
Calvin.
God bless you, man. God bless you, brother family, man. Nice talking to you, brother, man.
All right. And someone had a question?
Yeah, I'm on this site to sign up for the that gold card. Is there a referral code or no?
It should be in the hold on. Let me send you all the right link, because some of you all don't have the right link. So the referral code should already be in the
I mean, it's got one in there. I just don't know if it's the right one. It's first choice.
First choice. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm at the right one then.
Yeah, First Choice Financial is the sponsor of the 100 Strong. That is the company that I talked about that I own, and that Mr. James knows about it also too. It's FCFC Incorporated, aka First Choice Financial Consultant. That is our real estate firm and our financial services firm. So that's what we set it up through. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everyone. If no other questions, no other remarks, thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next time at our webinar for the 100 Strong. And let's make this happen so next year we'll all be sitting in a much better situation and we can look back on this and say this is something that we created. Y'all have a nice day. Thank y'all again.
All right. You too. All right. Thanks. All right. Bye-bye.